Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One, and I'm back with another video. Fitness Friday. Every Friday, I'm going to do a fitness video, and also got some more videos lined up. When you're talking about fitness, I'm gonna have a video uploaded sometime this weekend about a challenge that I'm doing. But anywho, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Is it possible to be fit and fat? Is it possible to be healthy and overweight? That is the question. Now, to me, in a nutshell, everybody got this weird analogy, sort of say, that you have to be skinny and you have to be thin, and those individuals are considered healthy, and individuals that are overweight, they may look overweight to you, those individuals are out of shape. Okay, and if you believe in that analogy, then I suggest what you need to do is watch a football game. Do not pay attention to the quarterback or the receiver or the running back. Pay close attention to the line. And when you look at those individuals, those individuals are massive on the offensive line and the defensive line. Now, if they took their pads off and their helmets off and they were just walking about, someone would probably in their mind think that these individuals are unhealthy. All right. And that's the misconception about fitness. That's why a lot of people have excuses to not work out. And I hear this a lot. Well, I don't want to be thin. You don't necessarily have to be thin to work out. You don't necessarily have to bulk up. You don't necessarily have to work out like you're competing in a beauty pageant or bodybuilding event or CrossFit, whatever the case may be. You work out and you get on your fitness grind because you want to have a healthy lifestyle. All right. People don't realize what we do, the demand and the stress that we put on our bodies every single day. When it comes to working, when it comes to eating, sometimes we do not necessarily have the time to properly eat something that's beneficial to your body. All right. Sometimes we're grab society. Sometimes we pick up things along the way, like some potato chips or juice that's got tons of sugar and stuff like that. That's what we do as human beings. We're a grab society. We just grab anything off the shelf because we'll make excuses for ourselves and say, well, I just don't necessarily have the time to shop and get a snack, a healthy snack. Okay. And sometimes we have to prepare ourselves when we get to the decision on when we take a break, when we take a lunch, whatever the case may be. Sometimes we have to prep ourselves and say, okay, well, when I take a break or when I take a lunch, I'm going to pick up these items because those items are more healthy for me. Even if as far as I feel like people think that you can't get full off of eating fruit. And to that I say this: well, what did you think they did back in the day? You think they had microwaves back in the day, back in the biblical times? There were times where when you couldn't kill for your food, you have to also grow your food. Okay, so a lot of people feel like you have to eat all these snacks and this, that, and the third. Okay, to me, just because an individual may have what probably outweighs you, that doesn't necessarily mean that individual is out of shape or fat. To me, out of shape isn't defined by what you look on the outside, but what's going on in the inside of you. Okay, your organs are properly healthy. Okay, do you have endurance, stamina? Can you walk up a flight of steps without getting tired? Okay, I think a lot of people don't quiz themselves. They don't necessarily test their bodies. They will quiz their minds. Okay, they will quiz their eye coordination, but when it comes to your body, a lot of people don't want to quiz themselves and see, how good is their endurance, how good is their stamina. I think being healthy, there's more benefits to being healthy than not being healthy. All right, it's not necessarily how you look when you look in the mirror or when other people are looking at you. It may be a small benefit, but I don't think that's the main purpose why people should work out. Generally, you should work out to stay consistent and stay healthy, have enough strength, have enough endurance during the day. All right, and it really doesn't matter what type of lifestyle you have. You can be have an athletic lifestyle, a family lifestyle, a worker going to work type of lifestyle. Whatever the lifestyle you have, that's still no excuse for you to not work out. All right, I feel like on average, I feel like people should invest out of a week 3 days a week to work out, on average, and pretty much watch what you eat. Not necessarily you have to diet, but watch what you eat and get 8+ hours worth of sleep, and I think you'll be fine. Okay, now if you want to take it up another notch, you can go 5. You can work out 5 days a week. Okay, I still feel like you should have 2 days of rest where you're not working out, every day, because sometimes a good thing, if you do it on a consistent level, sometimes something good for you can turn out to be bad for you. All right, wine is good for you, red wine is good for your heart, but if you drink too much of it, it's a problem with your other organs. So you have to balance things out. Okay, nothing is an exact science, and if anything that is good for you, if you are constantly continuing doing it, sometimes it will have effects on the other parts of your body or your other organs. Okay, but I feel like people get this misconception is just because an individual is fat, they perceive those individuals as out of shape. Okay, to me, it's more about being healthy. All right, and if you are trying to be healthy within yourself, the rest will follow. Fat loss will follow. Building, toning your muscles, that will follow. Having stamina, strength, that will follow if you just concentrate and worry about being healthy. All right, eating the right things, exercising, no matter how big or how small you work out. As long as you working out, that's what's important. Now, when you get good at it, when you get better at it, and when you have to do it, you can add more levels to the game as far as working out. You can expand as far as working out 15 minutes a week to maybe working 30 minutes or an hour. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, I feel like everybody should work on their own pace. All right, I used to run a lot with some other running partners, and the thing about running is, particularly with a group, the beginning stages of running, everybody is consistent, everybody is together. But when the run goes further, and when it goes into 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, then the pack starts to spread and filter out. The ones that are really extremely good at it, they're in the lead, and the ones that are okay and decent at it, they're midway, but they're not in no distance to where with the ones that are in the lead, and the ones that are struggling a little bit, fall in the pack. Okay, but the one thing about running goes, if you do it on a consistent basis and you take care of all the areas that you need to work on, as far as getting back into shape, eventually, if you're in the back of the pack, eventually you move midway into the pack. And then if you keep working on your craft and perfecting it, then eventually you'll be in the lead. You'll be the leaders of the pack. And and that's what everyone needs to understand. It's not a competition to get healthy. It's not, well, I'm competing with my significant other, or I'm competing with my co-workers, or I'm competing with my friends, or my social media friends. I'm competing with those individuals. It's about what you can do for yourself, okay? And as far as this video about is fat, I think being too overweight, I feel like you should go to a doctor and your physician, and he or she will tell you whether or not you're in line, your weight is in line with your height and with your age, and take it from there. If the doctor say you need to maybe lose some pounds, lose some weight, then you have to take those necessary steps to lose the weight, okay? Here's a quick tidbit. I don't think people don't realize that losing weight is not that simple, okay? It's not hard, but it takes a while, okay? Particularly when you're losing weight, because there's 3 aspects of losing weight. There's water weight, then there's actual, when you get past the water weight, then there's fat weight, cholesterol weight, and then you can go as far as losing muscles if you continue to do it for a long period of time. You don't want to get to that point, but you do want to get to losing all the water weight and losing all the cholesterol weight, okay? And just because you're losing weight, don't have the mentality of, well, I don't want to be like Kim Kardashian. I don't want to be that skinny. There are a lot of overweight women and a lot of overweight men that are extremely fit and extremely healthy because they went to the doctor and the doctor suggests to them, you have to lose this X amount of weight and you have to get back on the right track of things of being healthy, okay? So please don't have the misconception out there that just because you see when people say you should get healthy, you should get fit, well, that means that you should get skinny. That's not what people are saying. If you're out of breath, if you don't have a lot of stamina, if you're tired throughout the day, then maybe you maybe have to go to a doctor and find out the causes for that. All right. 9 times out of 10, it could be as simple as losing a few pounds. All right. And a lot of people don't also realize that carrying that much weight, there's health risk as well. Okay, so there's a lot of things you need to find out what you're doing and figure out if you're out of shape. And if you are out of shape, you need to go, like I say, go to the doctor, figure out if you're out of shape or not. Don't just Google it, because a lot of these surveys are not based on a lot of people. Okay. Some people think, well, I read an article in the magazine suggesting that if so-and-so Kylie Jenner or whoever say that she's out of shape, and that means I'm out of shape. No, that just only means she's out of shape. Okay, that don't necessarily mean you're out of shape. You know, like I say, you go to the doctor, figure out whether or not you know, losing, there's different programs where you can lose weight and be fit and be healthy, and that's what it's all about. Okay, but guys, tell me what you think. I got this sun in my eye. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please, notification gang, hit the notification icon, the notification bell, so it'll let you know when my next video or live stream is going down. It's your boy, I'm Chris the Don One, and I am out, y'all, for Fitness Friday.